Okay, singers, rise and grind.
Hi guys, Mr. Close here with Owen Bowen, and we're just gonna run you through a quick series of exercises. Owen said he wanted to help out, so we're gonna let him help out. Okay. The first one we're gonna do is the bubble. We're gonna start down here on B major, just a 5-note scale, do to so, and then so back down to do, 1-5-1, with all the notes in between. And this is the first thing I'll be doing today, so I start pretty low when I do that. I start about a B. Make sure your body's in alignment. Make sure your rib cage is lifted to let your gut kind of expand out. All the internal organs kind of move there. Here we go, a few bubbles. Here we go. So that was 4 in a row. About this point, I start sort of knowing how my voice feels, and how it's going to be today. This voice feels a little bit heavy. I've been drinking coffee, but not a lot of water over the last couple of days, so I can definitely feel that in the voice. So now I'm going to make sure that as I bubble, I'm utilizing the very high part of my voice, what we call the mask of the voice, the ping, and I'm going to kind of imagine an E vowel inside of my mouth as I bubble. What I feel like anyway, that it puts more of the air up into my mask. So we're gonna try that. Starting right here on D major where we left off. What that does for me is it definitely feels like I take a lot more weight off of my voice. I'm not feeling a lot of strain or struggle or musculature being worked here. Now that all moved up, and it felt a lot easier. I'll go down, do the same 3 in a row, and I'll do it with an alt. Yeah, you got it. He's getting it. So yeah, there's definitely, it takes more air for the O. It felt a little more hooty when I was singing it, and so we took that up to, we're at E. We'll start here F, and I'll take it up to maybe an E flat or an E. Yeah. So definitely that E formation there helps me get that buzz going. Good. So that felt good. That feels like my voice is in a good place. I'm able to resonate high. That's a great exercise to get your breath going as well. Prior to this, as I do every day, a series of deep breaths, stretches up, making sure my body's in alignment. Cool. Next, I'm going to move on to a and that you can do that differently. I'm going to do the big full octave arpeggio, but you could do a 5-note scale at the end of that. I'm going to start down here. I'm going to start in A because I'm doing the full octave, and I want to make sure that I'm not starting anywhere that isn't comfortable on the top note. I want to make sure that I am attacking that in a healthy way, so it has to be in a comfortable range. I kind of look at it like if I want to make sure my technique is in alignment and everything is coming out fresh and clear, I want to make sure I'm singing something that I know I can do successfully. I'm singing something that I know if everything is working out well, then this is how it feels. And that gets back to what I've talked about in previous videos about singing being how it feels. And so knowing that like is right there in my middle voice, and I should be able to sing that comfortably. So I can really concentrate, use that freed up brain space, to really concentrate on my technique and make sure that I'm attacking it correctly. So that's the logic behind that. That was long-winded, but I think it's important to do. So here's the next exercise, the V with an arpeggio at the back. Here we go. So that's the V exercise. And then, so at this point, I kind of assess where am I in my voice. Do I need to continue on finding the right register, finding the right focus point of my voice? Right now, personally, my voice feels like it's got a good buzz to it, and I'm speaking in a little bit middle higher register. It feels free and easy, weight off my voice. So I'm going to move on to sort of articulation exercises. And I'm not going to play through these because they're scales with this dude and not two hands is going to be kind of a pain. These exercises are going to be a little more challenging. They're runs, which is really starting to work out the voice. Now we got our breath working for us. We got our focus of working together with us, and we want to now try to marry those things and really push ourselves in terms of our articulations. One of the first ones we're going to do is just going to be a really simple octave scale. And we're going to start on an E all the way through the first set of the first scale up. And then when we get to top pitch do, we're going to open to a yaw. So I'm going to put Owen here in my lap just so I can maximize my tallness. So it'll just be E, and two things I'm really concentrating on is the E, making sure I'm not putting. He's got it down. Making sure I'm not starting too weighty on the E. Making sure that the pitches are legato but distinct. E, instead of which is another way you can definitely use that exercise if you're say you have like a really staccato run, like a Baroque run or something you're working on one of your pieces. Totally, but for right now, I want to just keep my voice bel canto, legato, very connected. So you'll hear I cracked the top note there, and before I move on to the next half step up, I really want to make sure that I'm comfortable. So here's E again, and then I'll try to get it to F. E, and that was a little shaky up top, so I'm going to shoot one more time, see if I can get a little bit more clear focus. Yeah, both times what I found just then, and it can be a different problem each time, but just then I felt I was trying to force too much air through too small of a spot, and then I lost my balance between core of sound and breath pressure. Too much breath pressure caused it to fall out of line. For me, the visualization I have in my brain is like if you ever play a tin whistle or a penny whistle. Actually, I have one. I'll show you. Now, I don't know really anything about this instrument. I bought it because we were doing the musical Secret Garden. So it's low octave, and if I put more air pressure through it, I get an upper octave. And if I'm fourth grader with a recorder, and I'm just blowing through it. Here's what I get. You just get this high, like, sorry, yeah, that was loud. I know, that was pretty intense. I'm sorry, I should have warned you, buddy. But that's kind of the same thing that I feel like is happening with my voice. When I put too much breath pressure into the high notes, they tend to crack. So let's try, F one more time. Here we go. So taking a little bit of breath pressure out there, and I actually kind of feel myself falling backwards in the voice as I move down, so that's something I would continue to work on. I would move on to some kind of sustained, beautiful tone. And I might, that last, you can finish that any way you want. If you're working, say you had a 5-note run, that is my own personal series of vocal warm-ups that I would do on a given day. That's like what I did today. So that's really legit professional vocalist, what I do to warm up. Everything would have been elongated. I probably would have done octaves moving down and whatnot. As well, if I was, if I'm about to record something professionally, or if I'm about to go to a rehearsal. But that's a little snapshot in just a few minutes. Cool. Happy practicing. Say bye, Owen. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Go Highlanders. We love you. Bye-bye.